In this episode of Modern Wisdom, James Sexton discusses the reasons why many marriages are failing today. He believes that the main reason for this is disconnection between partners. He explains that disconnection often occurs slowly over time through a series of small disconnects that eventually lead to a breakdown in the relationship. Sexton emphasizes the importance of communication in maintaining a healthy marriage, even when it involves having difficult conversations or addressing uncomfortable truths. Infidelity is identified as a major factor in the breakdown of marriages. Sexton notes that advancements in technology, such as social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram, have made it easier for people to engage in extramarital affairs. He highlights the dangers of engaging in conversations with individuals outside of the marriage that can lead to infidelity. Sexton also addresses the concept of staying together for the sake of the children. He argues against this idea, stating that parental conflict is harmful to children and that it is better for children to have parents who are separated but can co-parent effectively and cooperatively. He advises parents to prioritize their children's well-being and to avoid negative behaviors that can harm their children during and after a divorce. The importance of prenuptial agreements is also discussed in the podcast. Sexton emphasizes that prenuptial agreements are effective in protecting individuals' assets and finances in the event of a divorce. He explains that prenuptial agreements are a cost-effective way to safeguard one's interests and that they are often upheld in court if properly drafted and executed. He suggests that having a prenuptial agreement can be a romantic and connected conversation between partners. He believes that it shows a commitment to facing difficult situations together and making sure that both parties are taken care of in the event of a divorce. By discussing what would happen in case of a separation, couples can establish a sense of fairness and security in their relationship. Sexton recommends keeping the prenuptial agreement simple by dividing assets and liabilities into 3 categories: yours, mine, and ours. This structure allows for transparency and ongoing conversations about financial matters throughout the marriage. By clearly defining what belongs to each individual and what is shared, couples can avoid misunderstandings and potential conflicts in the future. Sexton explains the different paths that couples can take when going through a divorce. From uncontested divorces, where couples reach an agreement on their own, to litigated cases that involve court proceedings, there are various options available. Sexton highlights the importance of mediation and collaborative law as ways to resolve disputes amicably and avoid the emotional and financial toll of a contentious divorce. As a divorce lawyer, Sexton has encountered a wide range of cases, from the absurd to the tragic. He shares anecdotes about cases where settlements broke down over trivial matters like a toaster oven and instances where hidden truths were revealed in court. He reflects on the darker side of human nature that emerges during divorce proceedings, including instances of domestic violence and cruelty towards animals. Sexton acknowledges that his work as a divorce lawyer has exposed him to the harsh realities of relationships and the breakdown of marriages. While he has learned valuable lessons about what not to do in a relationship, he still finds joy in attending weddings and celebrating love. He reflects on how his profession has shaped his perspective on romance and marriage, noting that while it may have taken some of the romanticism out of the equation, it has also deepened his understanding of the complexities of human relationships. Sexton talks about the moral conflict he faces when representing clients whose character he doubts or does not respect. He believes in the legal system and the right to vigorous advocacy for all individuals, even if he personally disagrees with their actions or beliefs. He acknowledges that the truth has a way of coming out, regardless of his efforts to defend or attack a client in court. He shares a personal experience where he won a case that he felt morally conflicted about. Despite his legal victory, he felt uneasy about representing a client he viewed as a vicious human being. This experience made him reflect on the ethical implications of his work and the impact of legal decisions on individuals' lives. Sexton discusses the flaws in the American divorce law system, highlighting issues such as the influence of wealth on legal outcomes and gender biases. He acknowledges that the system is not gender blind and tends to favor women in custody battles. He also points out the historical biases that have influenced family law and the challenges of overcoming these biases in the present day. Sexton delves into the complexities of relationships and the importance of open communication and vulnerability. He criticizes societal expectations that pressure men to be stoic and dominant while also being emotionally available and supportive. He advocates for honest conversations about relationships and practical strategies for maintaining connection and intimacy with a partner. Sexton reflects on his journey from representing typical clients to ultra-high net worth individuals in divorce cases. He highlights the universal challenges people face in relationships, regardless of their social status or financial wealth. He emphasizes the value of continuous learning and self-improvement in navigating the complexities of love and marriage.